so many things I love about Ghana, but the first one is its environment and amenities. What do I mean? The first one is beautiful surrounding. I just ranted 30 seconds of rant. It's more like a disclaimer. Okay, I didn't put that out there. It's a disclaimer
telling you that because it's something is this way in Ghana does not mean that it is the opposite in Nigeria. But this is how it is in Ghana, okay?
Alright, so in Ghana they have beautiful surroundings. Alright, so there are so many beautiful surroundings. Like when you talk about the agriculture, the skyline, the like beautiful places, mountains, hills, valleys. They have peaceful environment. Everywhere is serene, everywhere is calm. That is see as
breeze is blowing through my hair.
Okay, so they have very peaceful environment. When it comes to the environment, next thing is security and safety. I cannot overemphasize on security. So a lot of things that I've seen in Ghana that's like wow, that like I'm really impressed is the security. Like the government is really concerned about the safety of its citizens, and I think that's really amazing. Like you could be on the streets of Ghana like 3 a.m. and you're not really worried because you're in Ghana. Like your heart is not doing you know, like you're safe. That's a very beautiful thing. There's nothing more special than going to a foreigner's land and you feel safe. You're not, you know, because I'm not in my homeland, you're not feeling, you know, scared. I think that's actually very, very good. So that's one thing I actually love about Ghana. The next most obvious one is steady power supply. I think the fact that I can go to school with my charger and charge my phone says a lot. I'm not wondering like when next we're going to put on the gen, or I'm not wondering like when next I'm going to put on the light, or I'm not in a hurry to like iron my clothes at a certain time because there's light in case they take it. You know, that assurance that okay, there's almost always going to be light. It's just very comforting and refreshing, you know. So steady power supply is something that I think Ghanaians don't appreciate this, because some Ghanaians tell me this, they don't appreciate the steady power supply. But me, coming from another place where there wasn't always steady power supply, I really appreciate steady power supply. I love that about Ghana. The next thing is simplified education system. So when I keep saying simplified education system, like what do you mean? So let me tell you, in Nigeria, you have to go through something called JAM. And that JAM, if you do not pass it, you have to rewrite. It's such a hectic process. It doesn't just stop there. After JAM, you go on to write post-UME, and of course, you need your WAEC or your GC, any of those papers that you know scored well. It's just very stressful. Like it could make you miss 1 year, you miss 2 years, you miss several years before you get into school. So in Ghana, everything is simplified. It's a one-way process. Like you have your WASEC, your WAEC, and you're into school. Just very simple. That's what I mean by simplified education system. I really like the fact that we have easy access to our lecturers, we have easy access to administration. Like we can simply get things done at the snap of our fingers. The access is just overwhelming. That is really nice. So if you have watched my things that shocked me in Ghana, you will know about this. And if you have not watched it, I'm going to leave the links down below so you can check it out. I have said this time stamp number, the banking system in Ghana is like very wonderful. Why I keep stressing on this, because this is something that used to stress me a lot in my homeland, but here the banking system is really simplified. No ATM queues, easy access to things, and this just says a lot about the amenities in Ghana and the environment. Like the next one is production rates and the use of Ghanaian products in Ghana. So the fact that they are concerned about turning raw materials to end products for the consumption of Ghanaians is mind-blowing. Like they're concerned about all these things, and it just shows the consideration of the government. Please forget all this too much talk. What I'm trying to say is that the government is really making effort. They are concerned about the consumption of their citizens. They are concerned about a lot of things. Like I could go somewhere and I see a juice box. Juice box is very random. I could get a juice box, and on the packet of this juice box you see made in Ghana. It's very impressive. Like it's really it's really impressive to see all these kind of things. Someone sent me a picture of a fabric. I can't remember exactly, but this fabric is used in the UK or so by one of those foreign investors in the UK, and then the person said this fabric is made in Ghana. I was like, yeah. The person was really pleased, and the person sent it to me because I'm currently living in Ghana. I was like, wow, like do they actually, you know, produce their own stuff in Ghana? I was like, yes, they produce their stuff, and it's like very impressive. They are really concerned about byproducts in Ghana. I'm not certain, don't quote me on this, but the government is also doing something about their cocoa and their chocolate or something like that. This should show how compassionate and considerate their government is. I just wrapped up all the wonderful things I love about the environment and their communities. The next thing is their people. The first thing about their people is that they are very peaceful. Ghanaians are very, very peaceful. Like, they're nice, they are calm, their drivers are calm. Let me give you an instance. So there's this day I went to church, and if you know me, I'm always carrying a bottle or a water cup, a reusable water cup wherever I go, right? So I carried my water cup like I normally do. I got into church, I was doing my worship, I went with an Uber, right? Like, I was seriously dancing my music and everything was jamming, and this is like maybe say 5-10 minutes, the driver has already gone. And then I put my hand down to pick up my water bottle, and my water bottle was there. I wanted to panic. I really love this bottle, so I kind of, since it's an Uber, right, I kind of just called him. This man has already picked up someone else, so that's because someone else had gone. He came back, like, he really came back to give me my water bottle. And then I was like thinking I have to pay him to come back. So I was like, oh, it's fine. And this is just one instance. Like, I've seen several times when the drivers are really considerate of their customers, of their clients. So it's not like everywhere you go they are going to hug you or baby feed you or spoon feed you. That's not the point. The point is that they are actually nice and really, friendly people in Ghana. Okay, so their drivers are calm. Like, I could be passing on the street and they'll let you pass. Like, they're just nice. That's it in one word. Ghanaian drivers are nice. Ghanaian people are nice. People everywhere. Okay, not everywhere, but you meet a lot of nice people in Ghana. Okay, one more thing, they are very receptive, they are hospitable, and they are welcoming. What do I mean? I remember the first time I came to Ghana, like when I just hopped into Ghana, like from the airport I already started feeling this very welcoming vibe. Someone helped me with there was something I was supposed to sign. I did not know about it, and she walked up and told me, like, you're doing this the wrong way. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. Can't remember clearly what it is right now, but I'm very sure if I made that costly mistake, it would have cost me, maybe I'd have to pay something or some. But the fact that she offered, I was like already feeling, oh, I'm already feeling very welcome in this country. Like, it's really nice. And even when I passed there and I got to the arrival point, when I jazzing into Ghana, like, when I got to that point, the officers were really friendly. They're like, oh, you Nigerian, like, you're welcome to Ghana, la 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 la, guava, and all of that stuff. At first, I really didn't get some things they were saying because of the accent, but it just felt really nice. So I think they're very welcoming, they're hospitable. And the next thing is Ghanaians are patriotic. So they really love their country. Like, you shouldn't be in a place where three Ghanaians are discussing about their country, and maybe you don't understand the concept of what they are saying. Maybe you want to chip in one or two.
About that, run.
Like, they're really protective. They're like, sorry, did I say protective? Patriotic. Like, they are patriotic about their country, about their colors. Anywhere you go and you see Ghanaians, they're like, they want to rep their country. They're like, carrying the image of their country on their head. I think it's really nice to some extent. Like, it's really nice. The next thing I love about the people is their skin. Ghanaians have this very lovely brown, chocolatey, bronzy skin, and a lot of persons tell me, oh, you look like a Ghanaian, you look like a Ghanaian. I'm like, okay, I guess because the hue of my skin is just like theirs, so most likely I look like them. But they have this really nice skin, and it's so pretty. Like,
That's on period.
the next thing about their people is they embrace their cultural heritage really well. It's only in Ghana where I see them observe a lot of cultural activities to some extent. See, in Nigeria, some cultural things they do there are like special occasions. Let me tell you what I mean. So you see all these our native attires. Our native attires are for special occasions. Those very serious ones. So it doesn't mean that all native attires are like for serious occasions. But if you see someone wearing this very nice native fabric in Nigeria, you most likely think she's going for a wedding, she's going for a program, she's going for something. Something. It's not every day you see someone wearing native to school or wearing all this kind of like on a normal day. It's like for special occasions. But in Ghana, someone can dress, like, wear a very
Beautiful, complete cultural attire to school.
and I'm like,
Okay.
like, it's really nice seeing the way they embrace their cultural heritage. All these, their attires, their kente, their Ankara, their beads. They don't play with their beads. So in Ghana, they take all these things very seriously. They love it, embrace it, all this cultural stuff. You see them always glammed in their cultural attires and everything. So I think that's really nice. The next thing I love about their people is their naming system. So I thought this was something they do generally in Ghana, but I just found out that it's like a particular tribe in Ghana that does this. I'm not certain of which tribe right now, but I know like a group of people do this in Ghana. So they name their children according to the day they were born, which I talked about it in detail in things that shocked me in Ghana. If you have not watched that video, go and watch it and come back.
Okay, no, don't. What is one first? Go and watch that one, okay?
I'm going to leave the links in the comments, in the description box, wherever you're going to see it. They basically just name their children according to the day they were born. And I just found out also my Ghana name is Akosu. Why? Because I was born on Sunday, so I'm a Sunday man.
Let me know what you think about this video. She really spoke really well. She talked about the environment, how she really enjoyed the environment of Ghana and also the school system. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Ghana's school system, comparing it to Ghana, and she being Nigerian, being in Ghana. She have really explored well. And also banking, we are not in a queue in banking. Sometimes it depends on which bank you're going, and depends on the day that you are going to as well. But most of the time we use this Momo and other stuff to be doing the banking. Most of the time we don't really pay attention on the what is your account number, and all that. Don't forget to like this video, share and comment as well. See you in the next video.